Hey guys, Grassman here. Playing more Plague Inc. I know it's been a while since we played this, but I wanted to try something. I want to try selecting virus. What difficulty do we go on? Let's go brutal. Just call it brainwashing, sure. And we're gonna start. And what's special about this run is I'm going to do literally nothing except evolve the 3 viral instabilities. We're gonna start in China, and then we're pretty much just gonna let it go. I will evolve the 3 viral instabilities when I can. We are going nothing for transmission, and nothing for abilities. I did just do one where actually I went on brutal, and surprisingly, even though Russia closed its port, somewhere else sent a boat to Greenland, and I actually managed to successfully eliminate the world by only doing myself transmissions and abilities, and letting the game do its own random symptoms. So I actually won brutal with that, which is pretty cool. But in this one, I'm not even doing that. No, I'm not touching transmission. And I'm not touching, like, the cold and heat resistance, drug resistance, the, like, genetic hardening or whatever to stop research. Not doing a genetic reshuffle, none of that. So, no transmission, no abilities other than these 3, we're just letting the game do its own symptoms, we're going to see what happens. Because I don't know how well it's going to be able to do, especially in Brutal. I think it's definitely going to lose, but, like, if it gets the right symptoms and, like, just gets to enough the world and then gets, like, some of the more lethal ones, that's already nausea, that increases infectivity. If it gets the right things to increase infectivity severity early on, we don't actually need severity because we don't need DNA, other than for the first bit. So if it can just increase infectivity, spread around, it's going to need a lot of infectivity because it's got to, like, there's a couple countries that are problematic. The island ones, of course, can be issues. In order to hit Greenland, we need, like, Russia, I think, is the main one that sends boats, but I'm not sure which one it is, and that's all we're doing. The other ones that have ports, the Baltic states, Germany, Finland, not Finland, Sweden and Norway have boats, have docks as well, or ports, so I'm not sure which of them sends boats to Greenland, but they have, the European ones are rich, and Russia is cold. So a lot of those countries, even like Sweden, it's rich and cold. So it's going to need a lot of infectivity, because it has to fight through the rich countries, especially America can be like a problem. America can't... Well, America, I don't know if it's necessary. America's called rich, but its citizens don't actually do pretty well in a flag. But, like, Canada is a problem because it's rich and cold. Sweden is rich and cold. New Zealand is rich and it's on an island. Australia is usually not too much of a problem. But, like, I think the main threats are going to be, like, islands like Greenland, Madagascar. I think most other ones we might be able to probably be able to get before it, like, shuts down, because it's not going to expand too fast. It's going to actually take a while. Even to just, like, get out of China, we still only have 1,000 in China. It's going faster, though, now that it's got a couple symptoms. It's got 3 already, and it's every, like, 30 or 45 seconds you get another symptom at this rate. So, but the main problems are going to be, like, Russia's just so cold. Getting through Russia fast enough to hit Greenland, or any of the other any of those European countries, or trying to get, Canada's annoying because it's rich and cold. US is rich, so it can just take a long time. If you're not starting from the US, usually it's not too bad. Yeah. So last game I actually went a weird way. When it won Brutal on pretty much its own for symptoms, it actually got, like, insomnia, paranoia, seizures, or I think seizures, yeah? Seizures and then insanity. Yeah, seizures. It got seizures and then insanity, and then it got dysentery. It also went up the right wing and bought, like, amnia, and went up to, the one below necrosis. So it only got, like, 2 of the lethal ones, but it got insanity and all the ones to, like, stall the cure. That in combination with me buying abilities for that one to actually manage to win on Brutal. I thought it was going to miss Greenland for a while, but it just barely managed to hit Greenland. And it was actually killing most of the world before it even spread through a lot of Africa. It was taking a while to just land spread through Africa. But eventually it even made its way through there and managed to get everyone. As often happens, Angola was one of the last ones. For whatever reason, Angolans survive a long time in this game. They're always, like, even if they're one of the, like, faster... Even if you manage to infect them fairly fast, which you can't, because it's only, like, land travel, they take a long time to... They took a long time to die off for whatever reason. So we're 5 minutes through, and we've barely done anything. China's going really slow here. We're just stockpiling DNA at the moment. It has got a good amount of, like, lower ones, though. If it gets, like, coughing, that's good for infectivity. Sweating does some. Amnia or anemia doesn't do much, but I think going down the lung route for it would be really very good because that would like massively speed up the infection rate. Because again, we're only at 100,000 now. We're still waiting on the millions yet. Yeah, abscesses. That's an okay one. Hypersensitivity is only severity. If you got like systemic infection, that increases lethality, so it's not the best, but increases infection by a good amount, which would be quite good for it early on. Of course, again, then you're dealing with the lethality thing. I don't really want to pause this. I don't think it should take too long. I doubt this is going to last 20 minutes. It might last about that. But I think I have like 30 or 40 minutes of recording time. And as long as I don't have to like edit this, like it's got its own music. Can you hear that in the background? I can't hear it in the background. It's got its own music, so as long as you can like, you know, someone hear that, we'll probably won't add anything in. So we can record for a bit longer if we need. But we've just about hit 1 million. Yeah, we've hit 1 million now in China. It's going up by 100,000. It's also got, so it got sweating. Skin lesions is also a. It's apparent. Is it non-lethal or is it just very minorly lethal? It very much increases infectivity and severity. Apparently, it's not lethal. I thought every third rank one was lethal. Apparently, skin lesions isn't actually lethal. That makes sense why it's picked up, because often, like, when you're speedrunning or something, or trying to beat a hard challenge, you go rash sweating skin lesions. That makes sense if it's not a lethal one. Okay, we have spread to a couple countries now. Yeah, so we're waiting for it to really, like, take hold out of China, and then fly to a couple places, and then after that, we're waiting for it to, like, really take hold in Saudi Arabia. Because China will get us, like, a lot of maybe it was better starting Saudi Arabia. Because China gets us a lot of, like, DNA early on, because we get to India fast, we start infecting billions really quickly. There's systemic infection. Or, yeah, systemic infection. That's going to really help infectivity. Of course, severity going up is kind of bad, because it makes them notice this more sooner. The higher severity and lethality are, the higher you are, more likely you are to get noticed. And with, like, 100 million now, we're going to get noticed quite soon. And we are in Brutal, so I'm not sure exactly how this will play out. But, like, we can assume, like, it's already picked up lethality. We're already killing. Yeah, new region disease threatening. We've killed 100,000, over 100,000 now. 200,000. So, like, my guesses for kills, like, probably at least a third of the world. Because we're going to have just China and India so fast, as long as we can, like, if we can kill that area, like, you know, half the world lives in, like, that small bubble of, like, China, India, and Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia has, like, 250 million as well. China has over 1 billion. I think India has 1.5, yeah. Just tons of DNA piling up. But it's actually gotten pretty good. It got tumors. It's starting to pile on the lethality. If it can kill, like, just reasonably, like, China, India, and a couple other countries, it's actually already beat half the world. It's already killed 13 million. Of course, the problem is, like, it's probably not going to clear the world. I don't expect it to. Like, it's going to have problems with Madagascar. It's in Russia, but it's just taking so long to get foothold in Russia because it doesn't have... Without cold resistance, you can't really go anywhere in Russia. And the other countries require, like, drug and cold resistance. So, like, the best strategy is, like, get into Russia fast, get cold resistance, and then infect Greenland quickly. That's kind of like why I like China. You get to Russia fairly quick. Of course, I think you can just fly to Russia from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is really good because it planes to so many places. How's that? Yeah, that one's not really going to help much, but... I guess it's something. If it got, like, internal hemorrhaging isn't super helpful. Seizures, not really. If it kept going up with, like, some smaller ones, getting, like, coughing might still be good, because then it's still increasing, like, infectivity yet. And it really needs an increase in infectivity. Like, severity is only helpful or lethality is only helpful for, like, if you haven't infected people. But it's, like, sure, it's killed, like, almost 100 million people, approaching that soon. But it's only got, like, 13 million infected. It's actually dropping the infected numbers because it's killing so fast in China, and it's just not infecting anyone from there. Because it's just taking so long to spread it in the other countries. We are starting to spread in the Middle East. You get, like, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, and Central Asia go down somewhat quickly. Afghanistan, too. So those ones start to fall kind of fast, and you get, like, really good effectiveness in the Middle East. And then China, or then India goes. What did we just get? Oh, yeah, we got Internal hemorrhaging. That's another lethal one. It's gonna start killing quite quickly now. Of course, again, we have the problem of, like, we're not in the rest of the world, like, at all. Like, I don't know if do we have any countries in Africa? I think we've literally infected 0 countries in Africa. We have Central America, but we don't have Colombia. We have the US, but we don't have Mexico or Canada. We've got Russia, but it's not spreading enough, so we're not gonna get into Greenland. We've got, like, the UK, and that's it. We've got the UK, but we haven't got any other European countries either. So we're literally just, we're in Asia, and we're in Oceania, and, like, Central America and the US. But, like, South America, Africa, and most of Europe are just completely unaffected. So I guess we're still just waiting now. It's been 11 minutes, and not much has happened. Well, I guess much has happened, but again, we are just waiting for symptoms, because I'm not involving transmissions or abilities. You can see, it's just still 3 of those. It needs to get more infective. It needs to get, like, coughing and the ones surrounding that, because that's where it's going to get infectivity from. There are, like, some other ones, like skin lesions would be a really good one. That gives infectivity. Walking Dead, I think that increases something, or decreases their productivity. They're already at 70%. It's 260 days until they find it. They got 5% death already. I have no doubt they'll kill most of China before this is ready. But the thing is, like, if they don't go anywhere else, they're just not gonna... I say they, I mean, like, it, I guess. If the randomness of the plague, it doesn't do anything else. And this is just, again, it's a completely random plague. No transmission, just these. It's just a completely random virus. But it's not doing anything at this point. It's just, like, it's stuck. Like, Australia, it's killed a third of who it's infected. Indonesia, it's starting in, like, the US, it's only currently infected 3. It's killed 2. Because it's just so hard to, like, spread it through, like, again, the US has just such high, like, drug resistance values. It's crazy. It only, like, spreads up once you really get once you get, like, both drug resistances when it starts, doing something. Central America, again, it's having trouble spreading. But again, East Asia, because it had so long to go through China, East Asia's struggling. Even, like, India, though. I'm surprised India's actually doing so good. I guess they are, like, taking measures against it. Nope, only research funding. Okay, there's skin lesions. That's going to really help infectivity. That's going to give it quite the boost. It needs that infectivity boost. Like, the UK, too, it's quite rich. Yeah, surprisingly, like, it's only, like, these poor countries. It's still not even gotten into Africa. Had it been in Africa, I think because, like, Africa's hot, not cold, and the heat resistance, like, the cold resistance values, like, Russia and Greenland, you really need cold resistance. You don't really need heat resistance for Africa. It helps, but it's not necessary. Like, had this, like, started in Africa, I think it would have been much easier to, like, infect more of Africa. Ships using clean... Yeah, and because I'm not getting the water, Strip can't use ships anymore. That's going to be actually a slight issue. Oh yeah, it's now impossible to get to Greenland, by the way. So if you're wondering, can it maybe still pull out a miracle? No, it can't. With the ship cleaning technology, Argentina is going to be really hard to infect now. The Caribbean, Greenland are impossible. New Guinea is impossible. Madagascar is impossible. Iceland is possible because it has a dock. And it can still definitely fly into Canada. And it can, like, fly into Brazil, but Brazil doesn't get a lot of flights. So I think this is actually... What time is it? 1:30. I have to get back to stuff soon, but... Yeah, it looks like... I said it would kill 1/3. It looks like it couldn't even accomplish that. Because while it has gone really good in China, it never even got into... It got into India, but it hasn't spread a lot. It's possible it could flare up in India, and if it, like, evolves something like coma and then organ failure or hemorrhagic shock, if it like evolves something like super lethal soon, there's a couple more countries. There's Mexico and Colombia. Hypersensitivity, that's not gonna... Hypersensitivity, that one's like almost useless. That's where? That's over here. Yeah, that one does nothing. It's like the bottom leftish, or middle, bottom middle left. The left of the middle of the bottom. Yes. But yeah, it just, like, in China, it's killed 50% of their population. It just never got anywhere else. It's in those countries it blew up in, super lethal and very effective, but you can see in the Petri dish, it just doesn't do much. just takes a long time to kill, and the only thing that's like killing the humans right now is the fact that it's taking them so long to develop a cure. About 2.5 months left yet, and it's only got 12%, yeah. Of course, this is brutal as well. If it weren't brutal, maybe it'd be easier. How do we get to East Africa? I think Saudi Arabia actually touches East Africa. Strangely enough. But yeah, and after like China, and the other thing is like after China shut its airports, we just stopped getting into new countries. Japan, it never went off in Japan. It got to Japan, but it killed all its hosts. That's another thing. It went for lethality so soon, the randomness. Killed all its hosts in Japan. The US is still hanging on with 10. Australia killed all its hosts. Philippines, surprisingly, we actually kind of took off, and it's going to get a lot of the Philippines as well. iCare device announcer, 80%. It's like a month and a half away. It seems like it's going to be able to kill like close to 20 to 25%. It just won't get further than that. And at this point, like, it's really slowed down the symptom evolution. I think the symptom evolution comes like how many people you're infecting. So because it just stopped really affecting people, like it got into Southeast Asia, it's getting there. It got into Philippines. But like still, India barely affected. They've just boosted their research funding to 3 just now. But like, it's not gonna get the. It's getting more now because it got to Southeast Asia, Philippines, and it's getting bigger in India now. But like, they're at 90%. In the next 20 days, it's gonna end. Coughing, yeah, it's not gonna do it at this point, unless it like. It's at 16. I think it'll hit 20. I don't even really want to say that though. China's in anarchy. China, I don't actually think it's going to kill anything. It couldn't kill any countries. It just took too long for China. Even now, it's taking a long time to finish China. It's going to hit 20%. I was predicting like a third. It didn't even get that. It's not going to get 25% even. Like China, it's not even going to eradicate China. The cure for brainwashing, if only the US could really use some of that. And now it's just shrinking in China. It's still gonna kill, but like it only got like 150 or 1.5 billion. 1.55 billion looks like, about that. Yeah, 1.55 billion is its kill count. Oh, maybe 5.6. Nope. Oh yeah, 1.556. Oh no. So about 1.5 billion. China is still alive, but 91% of its population died. So let me pause this. So yeah, it killed 21%. So it didn't even get a quarter. It got just over a fifth. So that's pretty bad, honestly. Now, so we've agreed this is what it got to with the DNA. How's your cure now? Ships can be infected again. Oh yeah, there's only 11,000 people infected. This is gonna change literally nothing. Actually, the infections are still dropping out. Pakistan, Afghanistan, Central Asia. It's literally just these 3. It's not actually gonna do anything because they don't have airports. They don't even have airports. It's gonna do literally nothing. It can't spread more. Quickly, sneeze on them. It got inflammation. Yeah, no. Yeah. So about 1.5 billion killed. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. I guess we can wait and look at the graphs. I can't devolve these. So I guess we'll just wait the 15 days. We'll look at the graphs. It is actually still spreading among those countries. It's just it's only Pakistan. It's actually like sort of flaring up in Pakistan again. They eradicated it from the rest of the world, and then their cure stopped being effective. Now it's going down again. Ah, fine, you win. Couldn't even let me kill one country, eh? No destroyed countries. Kazakhstan lost half their people. China lost 90%. Southeast Asia lost a quarter. Philippines lost about a quarter. Afghanistan lost 2/3. And Central Asia lost 92%. Central Asia lost the biggest percent of its population, actually. Pakistan lost 2. And around the rest of the world, like, Australia only lost, like, 40-something people. The US had 7. Central America had 7% of its population died. It actually kind of blew up there. UK 27, France none. Germany 1. Yeah, it just, in fact, lethality never got high enough, and infectivity took too long. You see, like, the spike at the end, that's where I did it. But yeah, you can see, like, that's pretty much where it ended, around, like, 656 there. Just didn't do enough. Still killed 20% of the world. And yeah, you can see just, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to, like, try, some interesting, like, mechanic of, like, how is it going to do it, or if you want me to try this on normal, or, if maybe I could try this on casual difficulty. Maybe I'll do that. See what happens if I, like, let it to its own devices on casual. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.